So it's a pleasure to introduce the next speaker. It's Laure Willemin. She's the head of data analytics and AI at Swisscom, a very long-term partner. We're very grateful. And you'll speak about making data work with industrialized ML, and that's a beautiful picture. I just want to look at it for a couple of seconds. Thanks very much, Laure.
Thanks a lot, and it's an honor to be here today. And we heard about lions before, and I just have dandelions here because it's about growth, about making data work. And during my whole journey into being in this AI field, I was frustrated quite a lot of times because the machine learning models we just created just were eaten by sheep or just never made it into production. And so I will talk about how can we avoid that and really have these flowers blooming from the seeds going to the ground to have the real nice blooming flowers. So to my journey at Swisscom, we are quite long in this field, and myself as well. So we started in 2011, I think, with having our first big data stack with the first data in. So making the ground working for having great potential and great things with ML. We started with exploration and AI prototypes, really the first start with going into and having also the research partnership here with EPFL. So things got started until 2016. And in 2018, we realized at the company that data analytics and AI is the field to be and one of the future fields. So we collected all people working with data together and made an organizational consolidation. So all the fields, Swisscom is quite large, we have quite a lot of units, we took all together to work together in a scaled agile manner so that we all can concentrate and focus on the same things. And also from the prototypes we developed, we finally also had things in production and even further to our customers. And since then, a lot happened. So we are all together, more than 300 people working together on data. We have many pipelines, many products out there, and also many machine learning models in production. You can imagine we have quite a lot of data with our networks to optimize them, to look that everything is going on. Also, you saw that we have a Swiss-German model on our TV, voice assistant. We have conversational AI as well. That's the customer-facing, but behind the scene, we really have a lot. But with 300 people, for me, it's still, we have a huge potential. So we really want to reach the next level. That's why we started an initiative, a transformational program to launch this level up for data analytics and AI, for people, processes, and technology. Because we really want to be the data-driven company, really take out what it means, harmonize the thing, standardize that, also having the people in, that everybody at Swisscom knows how to work with data. So education is a key point here as well, so that our bloom flowers also then really gets big and will also, the seeds will distribute and reach other people as well. But it's all about business value. We have seen it before in the talk. At the end, we want to create business value with machine learning. And if I hear that business value, some keywords pop out to me. It needs to be reliable, what we do. And the speed, if we want to have something, we can't just wait several months until it's there. It needs to be scalable. And the business needs to trust what we're doing. And the data is changing all the time, so we need also to keep up with the change. And so I picked up 3 things I saw quite a lot during the last years. What really hinders us to bring all the machine learning models into production, so that not here now a flock of sheep is going through this field and eat all the flowers away. And we heard it in the previous talk. It's a bit similar. Pick the technology, make it work, and focus on automation. Because we have so many clever minds here in this room. Probably I never had so many in one room. And data scientists, what do you love to do the most? Dig into the data, take this challenge, and really build up the coolest model possible for this problem. But when you do model development, quite a lot of other things also come along. You need to test, you need to bring those to production, you need to retrain I don't know what, it depends what kind of program you have, you need to test, and all this, so the things get complicated. And I saw when we started doing prototypes, one thing is going well, the next one as well. You have the third or the fourth thing into production, and then suddenly you want to jump to the next thing and the cool problem to solve, but then the customer is calling, I need to do retraining, it doesn't work anymore, so it's not scaling. So that's why we need to have pipelines. And I want to stress out here, you're not alone. We have many more clever people, and this has to be together. Engineering, all the people need to work together to really make that happen. And I'm a software engineer back times, and when I started, I also put in my code into production by hand, manually. And we had things like pipelines coming up later on, agile thinking, XP program, just quite a lot of things coming up from when I look back how we did it, how we do it now, just on commit change and the thing is into production. It's learning from the back. And if I look at the machine learning journey we have, I see quite similar patterns. It's not exactly the same, but we face similar things. So I'm happy that MLOps came up, and I saw that also quite a lot of tracks will take this up. I'm really happy to see. I know MLOps is not like DevOps, because, for example, I was happy as a software engineer when we had a bug. It was just test cases, either green or red. With data, it's not just green or red. You also have to think about bias, for example. So you really need to adapt. Also, if I wrote a code for one kind of problem, you just deploy it and it stayed. Machine learning models degrade over time. You need to do retraining. That's why this new loop here. But learn from the past, and the key message is here, automate the thing that you can really concentrate on what you're best at and what makes fun, making those models working with the data. And really work together with others, not just putting over the fence to others to do the ops part. It's a together, only then you will succeed. The other thing I saw quite a lot is no animation, that we need to understand business. Sometimes it's not even so easy. It sounds quite easy here, understanding business, yeah, but I really saw that, or I had to play quite a lot of times translator between business and data science. Because what is business really wanting? They don't even know what is possible. So we need to be together with them and really understand what they need. But on the other side, also business needs to understand us, which also is not always easy. I had quite a lot of, what is he talking about? And then if we get closer and go really together, sitting on one table normally, then the problem solves itself, but it's quite a common thing. We really need to do what business wants, and we need to also look that they understand what we are doing. But another thing is really trusting machine learning. Quite a lot of times business stick to their rule-based system or other easier understandable system because it's just how the hell is that black box thing working? Why is this result like this? And if we can't answer that, I really see issues for the future. So we're really working also at Swisscom now and looking at understanding this and making that work that we can explain. Without that, it's really hard. So I'm happy that also research took it, that we can work on that to really look into it. I won't go into all the details how that is working. You can check at our booth, Swisscom booth, just upstairs, because there we have also people from the research part at Swisscom, and will sure be glad to explain what we're looking at here. Because there are approaches, and I'm really curious and keen to look forward that we will have solutions also in this space. And now to sum up. We have heard it also in the previous talk. Automation and standardization is key. We at Swisscom now have quite a high level of automation already. But for example, we have 4 different kind of full automated pipelines. We need just to have one, because only then we will be fast and will be able to scale. Technology the same. We have quite a lot of technologies in place. Exchanging models, exchanging data is hard. We only can do that if we standardize, that we really can work and to dedicate our time where we are good at. Not in trying to get the data. This is most of the issue first. Let's try to get the data. Where is the data? How to get them? If they're just there, we are much faster. And then understanding. It's all about trust. We need to trust business. Business needs to trust us. We need to understand the real goals and the demand, and they need to understand what we are delivering, the models, why. And the third pillar is collaboration. And this is my favorite one, because if we have the right skill mix with all the clever people together, and not just he's doing that, but working together, using the strength everybody is bringing with and along with the domain experts together, we will really succeed. And with that, I hope that all the seeds, that also the ideas that we will hear here in this, at this conference, these days, they will find the ground and will flourish to big and nice flowers, and we will succeed and bring this number up from having really machine learning models in production. Because we are here at the applied machine learning days, so let's apply those clever ideas you will all hear and bring with. Thank you very much.